Hare Krishna. So today my topic is some successful characteristic traits from the great personality of this world, Srila Prabhupada. And why I am speaking in the service of Srila Prabhupada? Because today is a most auspicious day. Just next on the occasion of Janmashtami. Today is the appearance day of the Srila Prabhupada. So many of us don't know who was Srila Prabhupada, what he did, but at least the people, those who follow Vaishnavism in their life, if they are linked to any of the four school of thoughts, Brahm Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Shri Sampradaya, or Gaudiya Sampradaya, any of all of them, they must be knowing the Prabhupada. Because what he did was not normal. And why he did is not easy and easy to understand from the life on the perspective from the concept of common man. But how he did and what were the great traits Prabhupada had, we can easily identify by reading his autobiography. So there are two books. One is a one book volume. We can buy it from the market, from Amazon or from any ISKCON temple. Or there are 3 books volume if you want to read in detail about the Prabhupada. So we can learn a lot from the Prabhupada. Especially, so I will share some traits and you can take down the notes on that. What are the traits, what Prabhupada did and how Prabhupada did? So Prabhupada was a great visionary. What do you mean by the visionary? Visionary means who can see beyond the times, who know what is going to happen and when it is going to happen and what you are going to do in the course of a time. Because time destroys everything. The great empires are built with the due course of time. Because the empire, when you are building great empires, it is a very famous phrase. The Rome is not built in a single day. What do you mean by that? It is clearly said and understandable that it takes a lot of years, patience and persistence to build an empire because it tests the mettle of the people in that state. Similarly, the characteristic of a Prabhupada tells you when you want to be successful in your life, in your materialistic life, in your spiritualistic life, you need to have a patience. You need to have a persistence. So visionary leaders are those who are built and tested with the time. How? Your relationships will destroy in the due course of time because time will destroy everything. The great empires are built and they are lost also. So similarly, you will be built and you will be destroyed. So your life will be just like a cardiogram. The pulse will go up, the pulse will go down. The pulse will go up, the pulse will go down. So it's a healthy sign. If you're going as a flat, like for example, you're passing from a normal school, you're earning 30,000, 40,000, and you have a good wife, good looking wife, you have 2 children. So then you will be very happy that you have achieved something. You're a normal person, but I don't think so. You just came and you just go with the time. So the great people survived, they tested, they destroyed, but they came again. So this is what happened in the Prabhupada life. In Prabhupada's life, his factory was burned. He has left his wife. He has no money. He has struggled for 10 to 12 years in Vrindavan, worked on himself, read it, studied everything, all Shastras. He has written some books, everything. And then he went to USA. And without no money, just 1.5 or 2 sets of Bhagavati. And how he survived? He survived on the mercy of Krishna. The great leaders, the second characteristic, the great leaders always believe they have 100% faith what they are doing. Because they know their course of action. They know that what they are doing, it is 100% correct. It might not be correct in the eyes of other people, but they have 100% faith what they are doing. So this is how the big companies are built. Fortune 100 companies are built on this platform only. The big companies like BWD, which is the main competitor of Tesla. The people are laughing at that company, BWD. What he is doing, how he is doing. But he was calm inside. He has 100% faith in himself. And due to which, what happened? Now the BWD is the biggest competitor of Tesla. Why? Because BWD is giving the same car which Tesla is giving in 2 CR, is in 50 lakhs or 70 lakhs, just half the price of Tesla. And the person is a great visionary and he has a great patience. So patience can only be developed in the due course of time. When you're tested, when you're destroyed, and when you rebuild. So if something happening in your life, then think yourself that you're lucky. Then Prabhupada is a great cook. How cooking helps you to attract people around you? When Prabhupada went to USA, he cooked a lot of good things for the people around him, especially gulab jamun and other things. So people are attracted by his taste and people start joining you. And there's a great phrase, the man heart goes through his stomach only. So that's why the good wife is a good cook also. He knows how to win his husband's heart. And then she demands that today I want to buy some diamond jewelry because I've cooked gulab jamun for you. So if you're a great cook, so then you can win others' heart. How? See, 2 things happen in the cooking. Cooking gives you patience. Patience. And it's very difficult to acquire the patience. Secondly, cooking gives you creative mind. Because small things can do wonders in the cooking. Just by adding a tinge of a salt in something can make your dish 100% different. And a super wonderful dish. And just an extra salt can destroy your dish. So you have to be very accurate, very precise. So if you want to go with the master stroke in your life, if in any sphere of your career, spiritual, anything, any finance, anything, you have to be very precise, very accurate. And if you know how to win the heart, then you can be a great leader. The great leaders know how to win the heart. So I have told you what 3 points. Prabhupada was a great visionary. Then second point, Prabhupada has 100% faith on his course of action. Third, he was a great cook. Fourth point, Prabhupada was very hardworking. Nothing can be achieved in this life without hard work. There is a famous law of Malcolm Gladwell that anything can be achieved in the life if you just don't know anything about any field. If you work in that field for 10,000 hours, then you can achieve anything. And it has been tested with the time. Those who people does not know anything in their life, if they have worked hard for 10,000 hours, they have achieved something. The famous example is the Beatles brand. They were not very sharp. They were not very adept in their rock band, in their instruments. The people used to throw bottles on them. But what happened on the Beatles? They just played on the bars, on the road, on the metro stations, and they became Beatles. And the same George Harrison from the Beatles brand was a Prabhupada messenger, and he has played a lot of tunes for the Prabhupada. He has gifted his 700-acre farmhouse in London for in the service of Prabhupada. It's a beautiful, the place is called Bhaktivedanta Manor. And the fifth point, Prabhupada was a great manager. He used to manage the things as it is with accuracy. He knows whom to allot what thing. He knows how to utilize the capabilities and the talent of the people around him. He used to allot the things the people they want. If some Mataji is good in art, he would allot him. You paint the different arts for the different temples, because there are a lot of services in the ISKCON at that point of time. Because Prabhupada has a limited money and he has to establish the great ISKCON. If you know that some person is good in Kirtan, he will allot him the Kirtan. If you know that some person is a great risk taker, he will send him in the new country for the preaching purpose. So there were some great examples of the devotees. They were really in a shocked mood when Prabhupada told that you have to go to Russia. Russia was a totally anti-Hindu nation at that point of time. He asked him that you have to visit China. The devotees were taking, how I can visit China? It is so difficult, Prabhupada. But Prabhupada knew that he is a person who is an entrepreneur spirit, who is a risk taker. He can go and do. And that person was able to do those things. So only a visionary person can see, and the great manager who can manage the things well can see that this person has this capability and I can utilize this capability for the benefit of him and for the benefit of myself. So this is a win-win situation. And last point, Prabhupada was a great risk taker. Nothing can be achieved in this life without risk-taking appetite. So if you have a risk-taking appetite, then you can be one of the most influential role models in the upcoming time. So these are the key points what we can learn from the life of Prabhupada.